You Americans can't leave this app. The UK cannot carry TikTok on its back.
The Americans gone, we're going to be left with UK TikTok. The most uninspiring, negative, bad vibes, unoriginal content there is.
Okay, now it's official because TikTok just announced that they're leaving the United States on the 19th. So where are we going, people?
Basically official on the 19th of January. They're going to be deleting it from the app stores. And
this has led to speculation that the court will uphold the law that bans TikTok. But it is important to note that that is just speculation.
TikTok, not only if banned, will go dark on your phone in the US on January 19th, but it's very possible you will not only not be able to access it with a VPN or changing the region on your phone.
53% of my followers are American. That translates to 160,000 people that potentially I will lose from this app.
Alright, let's talk about the TikTok ban. As of this exact moment, the Supreme Court has not issued a ruling on the potential ban of TikTok. The US Supreme Court heard oral arguments on January 10th. During the proceedings, it said that several justices expressed skepticism towards TikTok's arguments. This has led to speculation that the court will uphold the law that bans TikTok. But it is important to note that that is just speculation as of right now. So, what are the potential outcomes? The court upholds the law and TikTok will be banned on January 19th. The court does not uphold the law and TikTok won't be banned. Hopefully. The Supreme Court extends the deadline, meaning that TikTok won't be banned exactly on January 19th. Trump does something magical when he gets into office and saves TikTok, but I would not hold out hope for that one. Now, all of these outcomes are just speculation at this point, and some are probably very unlikely. The only thing that we do know for sure is that TikTok will be banned on January 19th. They do not have any plans to sell to anybody. We're expected to hear a decision between now and January 19th, so I'll keep you updated until then.
so TikTok's getting banned. It's basically official on the 19th of January. They're going to be deleting it from the app stores. And you won't be able, of course, to do like updates on the app. And they're doing updates on the app currently twice a week to fix bugs. So when there's no updates on the app, it'll eventually just keep crashing and crashing. And once the app is deleted, we're not going to be able to make any money off the app. If you're in the creator fund, all of that's going to go away. So if I were you and you have any money in the creator fund, you should definitely take it out now, because you don't want the account to be like deactivated and then be like, oh, these balances are unavailable, because it'll just show you a code, they said. Apparently, TikTok is making too much money, and for privacy reasons, they have to shut it out. So unless the Supreme Court comes on and says, hey, we're going to keep this, we are going to pass this bill or whatever they need to pass to keep TikTok. The only thing I see with the security problems is that people are releasing information on TikTok that the government doesn't want the people to know. So that's the only problem, is like breach of information. But otherwise, they are taking away TikTok for, to me, no reason.
You Americans can't leave this app. The UK cannot carry TikTok on its back. It's just going to be filled with the same tired-washed questions, debates, podcasts, and service provider discourse. What do you mean I won't be able to learn my little dances in my bathroom anymore? All the creators of the dances come from America. What do you mean I won't be able to keep up with my favourite TikTok babies? Truth, Oakley and Nyla B? No, you guys can't leave. You can't leave. We're going to be cooked. We're going to be finished.
This is about to be the most important video you see about the coming TikTok ban, because the information that has been out there is not correct. TikTok, not only if banned, will go dark on your phone in the US on January 19th, but it's very possible you will not only not be able to access it with a VPN or changing the region on your phone, but also that our videos for US users will disappear. That's because TikTok in July 2022 launched an initiative called Project Texas that they announced in the US TikTok hearings in the beginning of 2023. They did it as an act of good faith, which you should never do to the US government, but that's what they did. Basically, they created a subsidiary of TikTok in the US specifically that hosts all of the US users' user data separately from every other global TikTok user. That means not just your profile information, but also your videos, all of your data, everything that makes up who you are on TikTok. Now, what this means for TikTok creators, probably, because we have no definitive answers yet, but it is not talked about enough. What this might mean is that all of our videos will be deleted because TikTok said in front of the Supreme Court last week that if they get banned, they will leave the US, right? They will close operations, leave with their servers. Now, TikTok doesn't have, to my knowledge, TikTok doesn't have the servers with the US data because they run that through Oracle. That was part of Project Texas. Within their subsidiary, they created USDS, US Data Security, that TikTok subsidiary. Basically, all the user data was run through Oracle. Oracle, a US company, hosting that TikTok user data for US users specifically. Again, we don't have definitive answers, but there's so much misinformation out there, not just of people saying, oh, you'll still have the app on your phone, you can access it, you just can't update it, which TikTok never told us that. That's just what people assumed. And I always said there's a lot of ways that the app can be made unavailable, not just through making you not be able to update it in the app store, such as servers going down. Also, TikTok doesn't allow you to change your region in the app anymore, and that probably happened when they created Project Texas. But also, unless you get a different eSIM, you can't really, for a lot of apps, even if you have a VPN, your eSIM, your SIM card is registered in the US. So a lot of times that's why you can't get around and you can't get certain apps, like you can't get Douyin, the Chinese TikTok app, on your phone because you don't have a Chinese SIM card. It's blocked. This is important to spread the word because these incorrect assumptions about TikTok still being on your phone, still being accessible, just not being able to update it, means that a lot of people have not prepared for the high possibility that on January 19th, you will open up your phone and the app itself will not work. So all of the people that you want to follow, the creators you want to follow on other apps, right? All of the friends that you made on here you want to connect with, all the videos you have you want to save, you might not be able to access them and they might not even exist anymore. Because say TikTok, again, like I said, I don't know the specifics. If TikTok has access to the server, right? The US servers, they created their subsidiary, right? To show the government, we will allow you, right? It's a long story. You can look into Project Texas, but even say TikTok had all that data. They said, we're going to take it out of the US, right? They already sank something like $1.5 billion into Project Texas. So the odds of them taking all that data, all the US user data, which costs a lot to host, obviously, taking it all back to China or wherever, and then spending the money to rehost those specific US users' servers, I don't see them doing that. So your content may be in a black box. You might not see it again. I hope that doesn't happen. I thought that creators, that our videos would still exist, that international users could still see them, all of that. But it hit me today when I started thinking about Project Texas, about Oracle, about all of that. And then I did more research on the specifics, on the legal specifics, and thinking about what TikTok said in the Supreme Court hearings. You need to prepare that TikTok will not work, that the last day you can use TikTok, not just on your phone, but possibly have that account that you have any of those connections that you have, is January 18th. I hope I'm wrong, but I do not think I'm wrong. And this needs, you need to talk about, people need to talk about this because so many people, not only do they think, oh, it's not going to get banned, but they haven't prepared. So it's the last days, probably. Hopefully not, but probably. And speaking of that, to support a food distribution network in Gaza, go to Fayez Kadata's profile. I'm putting it up here. I'm also putting it in the comments. I've talked about it a lot. It's in the pinned video on my profile. Thank you so much.
Okay, now it's official because TikTok just announced that they're leaving the United States on the 19th. So where are we going, people? What app are we going to? Instagram is not fucking it. Where am I going to find this type of organic content again? Let me know. Do we have thoughts?
How will the TikTok ban affect me as a British creator? It's really hard to know, but 33% of my followers are American. That translates to 160,000 people that potentially I will lose from this app. The saddest thing about it is some of those people are friends and mutuals that I have met through TikTok. Also followers that have been with me for years now. Part of this community that I've tried to build, part of this safe space, having fun, and I just try and make people laugh. And it's just sad to think that all of that is going to be taken away potentially from my American followers and friends. Financially, really interesting because obviously you get paid per views and everything on here. I don't know if advertisers are going to pull out from the app because obviously their reach will not go to America anymore. That could affect the creative fund. So could, if I don't get as many views because I don't have as many American followers anymore or viewers. I don't know, really hard to know. It's a bit scary, it's a bit unknown, but mostly I'm just really sad because I love TikTok. I love everything it is. It's so fun and it's changed people's lives financially. And now that's going to be just completely taken away, which is sad. I'm also, like, people are moving over to YouTube and Instagram. I've already been doing long form on YouTube, and I've been posting on Reels. I've got a community on each of those apps as well. They're my three. TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube are like my three that I use. And I will continue to use all three. But I imagine my American kind of followers and friends I will communicate mostly with on Reels or YouTube, depending on which of those people want to log into. And I get that that's not an easy choice either at the moment, so I know it's hard. And also Red Note, which I found out about today. Yeah, I'm on that. We'll see what happens with that. But for now, that's fun. So hopefully it won't impact me too much. Hopefully it won't go ahead. Like, is it really going to happen? It's crazy to me. But anyway, I'm just very grateful, and I'm going to continue to do what I do anywhere I can, as frequently as I can, because I enjoy it and I love it.
Guys, TikTok is getting banned in America on the 19th of January. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. We are actually cooked. With the Americans gone, we're going to be left with UK TikTok. The most uninspiring, negative, bad vibes, unoriginal content there is, bro. We're going to be left with wannabe roadmen, bro, on the app, like, literally. You're going to be left with man them like, is man trying to violate, man? How is man trying to tell me that man had to, like, pull up to the motive at 5:55, bro? Is man a nerd, fam? Man's gonna pull up at 5:52, fam, cause I'm that guy, blood. Man's really on the ends, bro. You ain't in my bits, bro. If he got no bunda in 2025, write it off, fam. Write it off. The only thing worse than UK TikTok is Canadian TikTok, because them man don't even have a creator content fund, fam. So they're doing all that, yo, one cruddy, fam, I cheese, fam. They're doing that shit for free, fam. That's how you know them man are tapped still, fam. I'm not even trying to glaze Americans, bro, but come on, man. Only being left with the UK TikTok is ridiculous, bro.